Hola, muy buenos días. Gracias por conectarse. Vamos a iniciar el día de hoy. Espero que me estén escuchando bien. Cualquier cosa me lo comentan. Hoy vamos a hacer una meditación basada en los sonidos de los chakras. Estos sonidos de los chakras se llaman Bija Mantras. Tal vez ya han oído hablar de ellos. Es posible que así sea. Pero de todas maneras les cuento que son básicamente los sonidos que tienen cada uno de los chakras y hace que sus vibraciones, como vibran, estos sonidos son sonidos vibratorios que hacen manifestar sus cualidades, hacen que esas cualidades se manifiesten y se inicien a establecer, los chakras inician a trabajar más equilibradamente, inician a limpiarse cuando nosotros ponemos la atención en nuestro interior y permitimos a través de estas meditaciones que vamos haciendo aquí, que nuestra energía Kundalini haga todo el trabajo, ¿no? Básicamente, esto es lo que nosotros debemos lograr, debemos permitirle a nuestra energía Kundalini hacer todo el trabajo en nuestro interior. Eso es lo que han escuchado varias veces como la entrega, ¿no? Entregarnos significa justamente eso, no tomar nosotros las riendas, sino que permitir que esta fuerza superior, esta fuerza que nos limpia, que nos nutre, que nos guía, que nos permite evolucionar, trabaje en nuestro interior. Para eso están todas las técnicas de meditación, todas las meditaciones que hacemos. Siempre le decimos que la conciencia sin pensamientos nos lleva a ese estado de meditación donde la energía Kundalini inicia su ascenso y hace todo el trabajo viviente, como dice siempre Mataji en las distintas charlas que hemos escuchado, ¿no? Esto es una energía espontánea. Nosotros no tenemos que hacer ningún esfuerzo. Como hicimos ningún esfuerzo para venir al mundo, no tenemos que hacer ningún esfuerzo para recibir este, como Mataji lo llama, segundo nacimiento. Los Villa Mantras, les voy a hacer una explicación breve por aquellos que tal vez alguna no conozca el tema, alguna o alguno no conozca el tema. Yo lo voy guiando, por supuesto. Es una pequeña palabrita en sánscrito que tiene que ver con el sonido profundo de cada uno de los chakras. Vamos a decir en cada uno de los, vamos a ir poniendo la atención en los diferentes chakras. Vamos a ir diciendo primero un om profundo, bien profundo. Después vamos a repetir esa palabra, dependiendo del chakra, la vamos a repetir de diferentes formas. Ustedes ya saben que los chakras tienen diferente número de pétalos, que tiene que ver con sus cualidades. Entonces vamos a repetir esas palabras dependiendo de cada chakra, en mayor o menor número de veces. Y después vamos a cerrar con otro om profundo. Cuando haya, por ejemplo, el chakra del Visuddhi, que lo vamos a repetir 16 veces, yo lo voy guiando de todas maneras, pero les voy contando para que estén atentos y atentas. 16 veces no lo podemos repetir todos juntos, o sea que vamos a hacerlo cada 4 veces, vamos a tomar una respiración profunda y después vamos a seguir con las otras 4 veces, ¿no? O sea, y cuando, por ejemplo, en cada uno de los chakras yo le voy diciendo, vamos a hacerlo en 3 series de 4, o en 4 series de 4, etcétera, etcétera. ¿Sí? Bueno, entonces yo voy a cerrar mi cámara, voy a poner una fotografía de Sri Mataji para la meditación. Y ahora vamos a todos juntos elevar nuestra energía Kundalini con toda nuestra atención, pidiéndole, Madre, por favor, sube a nuestro Sahasrara. Por favor, limpia nuestro sistema sutil. Equilibra nuestros canales de energía. Vamos a llevar la atención inicialmente hacia la Madre Tierra, unos minutos, con las dos manos hacia ella o sobre ella. Y vamos a agradecerle desde nuestro corazón por este nuevo día que nos permite vivir. Madre Tierra, por favor, absorbe nuestras preocupaciones, nuestros pensamientos, cualquier negatividad que se lleve nuestra atención de esta meditación. Sri Mataji, te pedimos humildemente que seas tú quien guíe esta meditación. Por favor, Madre, concédenos el silencio interior. Dejamos la mano derecha sobre la Madre Tierra, la izquierda la ponemos sobre la rodilla y llevamos toda nuestra atención al Muladhara Chakra. Y aquí le pedimos a Sri Ganesha que por favor establezca en nosotros sus cualidades. La inocencia, la pureza, la sabiduría, la espontaneidad y la humildad. El sonido, el Bija Mantra para el Muladhara Chakra es LAM, LAM. Y lo vamos a decir 4 veces. Recuerden que vamos a decir un OM muy profundo al inicio y al final. OM. LAM, 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 LAM. OM. Llevamos nuestra atención al Swadhisthana Chakra. Podemos poner nuestra mano derecha sobre el Swadhisthana, en el canal central. Madre, por favor, establece en nosotros la creatividad. Permítenos fundirnos y disfrutar del poder de la creación. Danos el gusto y la sensibilidad por la estética, por las artes, concédenos la pura atención en el puro conocimiento del divino. El mantra o el Villa mantra para el Untitled Chakra es Guam. Y lo vamos a decir 6 veces, respirando en el tercer sonido. Om. Guam. 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 Oh. Llevamos la atención al Navi Chakra. Llevamos nuestra mano sobre el Navi Chakra, sobre el ombligo. Madre, por favor, guía nuestra evolución. Establece en nosotros el estado del Guru. Establece en nosotros la entrega, la paciencia, la disciplina. Concédenos satisfacción en cada cosa que hacemos durante nuestro día. Y danos la posibilidad de ser personas generosas. El Villa Mantra para el Navi Chakra es Ram. Y lo vamos a decir 10 veces, respirando en el quinto sonido. Om. Ram, 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 Ram. Om. Subimos con nuestra atención al corazón. Madre, por favor, ven a nuestros corazones. Reside, por favor, en nuestros corazones. Disuelve cualquier miedo, cualquier inseguridad, cualquier negatividad que se lleve a nuestra fe. Ayúdanos a profundizar en nuestro espíritu y a no caer en los nudos de la maya, de la ilusión, del mundo material. Respiramos profundamente, llenando nuestros pulmones de aire varias veces. El Villa Mantra para el Anahata o el chakra del corazón es Yam, Y-A-M, Yam. Lo decimos 12 veces en 3 series de 4. Om. Yam, 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 Llevamos nuestra atención al Vishuddhi Chakra. Nuestra mano la apoyamos sobre este chakra. Madre, por favor, ilumina nuestro Vishuddhi Chakra. Establece en nosotros una comunicación dulce, diplomática, amorosa hacia los demás. Ayúdanos a comprender profundamente que somos un solo ser colectivo, que somos una pequeña partícula de polvo de este gran ser colectivo. Establece, por favor, el estado de testigo en nuestro interior. El Villa Mantra para el Vishuddhi Chakra es Ham, H-A-M, Ham. Lo decimos 16 veces en 4 series de 4. Om, Ham, 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 Ham. Om. Subimos con nuestra atención al Agnya Chakra. Llevamos nuestra mano en el Agnya Chakra. Madre, establece en nosotros el poder de perdonar. Disuelve nuestro ego y nuestros condicionamientos. Permítenos establecer nosotros la conciencia sin pensamiento. Ir más allá del estado mental. Aquí el Villa Mantra es Om. Entonces decimos los 2 Oms largos al principio y al final, y el Villa Mantra en el medio. 2 veces. Om. 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 Llevamos toda la atención al Sahaja Chakra. Vamos a elevar con nuestra mano derecha la energía Kundalini por nuestro canal central, pidiéndole que suba hacia nuestro Sahaja Chakra. Madre, por favor, ven a nuestro Sahaja Chakra. Establece en nosotros, por favor, la conciencia sin pensamiento. La conciencia sin dudas. Aquí vamos a decir 7 veces el Om largo, con toda la atención en este último chakra. Om. 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 Con toda la atención vamos a meditar unos minutos en conciencia sin pensamiento, disfrutando del silencio interior. Ahora les voy a compartir una charla de Srimati allí, para que podamos todos juntos disfrutar de su sabiduría, de sus enseñanzas. Es una charla que habla del aspecto de Sri Mahalakshmi, que ya seguramente han escuchado hablar.
Here with you after such a long time, and I missed you all very much. I know you are very far away from the rest of them, but you are always in my heart, and you shouldn't worry about the distance. We have to realize that we have entered into a new, this kind of hands you should have, not yes, if you have to sit it properly. You have to understand that we have now entered into the kingdom of God. And our culture has to change. Our style has to change. Our understanding has to change. Unless until we change, nobody is going to take us seriously. Moreover, it's very difficult to trigger things if there's no perfect instrument. As you know that I went to Russia second time for the yoga seminar, where we had people from all over the Eastern Bloc. That was my idea, to get them there. And they were from every country, about 2 or 3 people only. And very strong, very deep, very understanding. I spoke hardly for 30 minutes. It's such a miracle. And 15 minutes I gave them realization, about 10 minutes and 5 minutes I was just there. And all of them got practically realization, all of them. Very surprising and so deeply. When I walked out of the room, they all came after me. That you don't see in Western countries, that kind of a thing. All of them walked after me, ran after me. They wanted to give their addresses and they wanted me to go to their country and this and that. I said, all right, I'll come. We took their addresses, even from Romania, everywhere. And they went back. Within 8 days, one could trigger out the thing. It worked because they were so deep. Because they were so much equipped to trigger the happening. That's how they triggered their country and how they worked it out. So if we live on a superficial level of Sahaja Yoga, then we cannot do much for ourselves nor for the country, and it's just a wasteful life, neither here nor there. It's like a seed which is sprouted and has not grown into the tree. So first of all, we have to learn that we have to become very deep people, very deep. We must teach our depth. I've heard that people come to pujas and things and their main interest is in food. As soon as the puja is over, they just rush for food. How can you? After puja you get into a mood, after meditation you get into a mood of meditative nature and you just sit down and you can't get up because you have fallen into the well, sort of thing happens. How can you just get up and walk for cakes or things? You can't think about it. So then judge yourself, how you are, how far you are. You have to work out your vibrations because you are going to create that beautiful vision in this country for your children, for yourself, for the whole country, ultimately for the whole world. But if you do not take it up seriously, just by the way, Sahaja Yoga is just by the way. It doesn't work out. It has to be way of life. And in everything that you do, it has to be a Sahaj culture. And in Sahaj culture, so many things are to be understood, that this is natural, this is real, and we have to accept the way it is. So many things are happening in the West which I think are just destructive, absolutely destructive to the society. The society is not at all looked after here. Maybe I would blame this to the women of Australia and New Zealand, that women are not understanding their responsibility and do not understand what is their road is. Also, they have no self-esteem. The other day I was traveling by plane and most of the ladies were smoking and men were not smoking. Men were looking after the children and women were busy smoking like men, you see, looking like half men, half women. It's surprising. This is very destructive because, as I have said, that men and women are like two wheels of a chariot, one on the left, one on the right. The left cannot go to the right and right cannot go to the left. So we have to understand that our role is much more important than of the other. Like the men have an important role as well as the women have even more important role. To be a mother itself is a very big thing. Why God has given you the motherhood? Because God thinks you are like the Mother Earth, that you look after, nourish the child, nourish the family, do all these things. Don't try to follow the methods of men like smoking, drinking, behaving like them. You just see the trend, how far it is going. The self-esteem is so low. Now for women, the other day I was telling you about the way they are talking about sexy women. I mean, one should be ashamed of saying such a thing for women because one should take an objection. We are not prostitutes that every man should look at us and enjoy us. Why? Are we sold out for them or are we something for show? The women have no self-esteem. They fight on wrong things. They don't fight on the right things. The right is that you should be respected and you should not be treated like something on the show that any man can look at you and and that the men should look at you, then you have some value. It's nonsense. This is not the way to make great nations and great children and great families. So the society of any country depends on the women, which is a very solid work which is underground. They don't want to show off. Any country which has got good women make good societies. And I must say the credit goes to Indian women in India. They have not bothered about these things. See, they are not bothered about their looks and the sexy nonsense. If somebody says them to sexy, I mean, they'll slap you. Feel very hurt. What is this? What do you think us to be? And to be proud of what work you are doing. Of course you have to work outside and do something else, but who will look after the children? Who will manage the household? Who will keep the peace of the house is to be seen. So in such culture one must understand that women have to be women and men have to be men. But men must learn to respect the women as housewives. They must really respect them very much. If they do not respect their women, then also they will retaliate, there will be a rebellion, and there's all this women's libel that has started. It's the mistake of men, not of women so much, because they have challenged their personality so much that now they have started behaving like this. So in Sahaja Yoga we respect the women. We allow them their own freedom, we trust them, and we treat them equal. They have to be equal. They may not be similar, but they are equal. Though both the wheels have to be equal, otherwise one is smaller, one is bigger, then the chariot will never move forward, it will go round and round and round. So that is to be understood. That's very much important nowadays in the West, because I find slowly the derailment is towards hell. All these thoughts are going to take people to nowhere, because nobody takes the responsibility of molding creating moral values for children. You have to give proper breeding. These days I find children are very indisciplined here, because we are afraid to face them. You have to face them and you have to tell them that this is not so, you are Sahajogis and you have to behave like Sahajogis. They have to be modest, they have to be humble. There should be a kind of an awe for parents. If they don't have that awe for their parents, how can they have awe for me or for God? They cannot. Whatever you may tell them, they will not have. If they have no awe at all for the parents who are Sahajogis, that means these children will become wayward like other children. And that is a very big risk you are running, because I am depending on the children who are born realized, and I don't want them to go hayward, because the parents have not looked after them and faced them. So, on the whole, we must understand the role of men and women and the respect that we have to pay to each other. Now, if husband is not respectful to woman, then the children will not be respectful to her, and the whole thing will be finished. And that's why there is no domination of anyone as such. There should not be any domination. But everybody has one's own role, and where the wife is concerned, she should take a decision. Where the man is concerned, he should take a decision. And one must respect it, because these are two different areas in which the man has to live and the woman has to live. Wherever this balance goes out, it has gone out in our country also, we should say in India, which there are now funny things are happening thanks to the Muslims who lived there and had such an impact, that we are having dowry system and all kinds of other things there we have. But also there are societies which are trying to work it out. They are not Sahajogis, but work it out. They are getting improved and they are trying to change their ways and methods, and this is coming before the people to see that things should be all right. But supposing the women would have taken some sort of a weapon in their hands and started beating all the men, what would have happened? You see, you are complementary to each other. So must understand, first of all, our role in Sahaja Yoga, that we have to establish our self-esteem, and we have to respect ourselves and we have to respect others. Because you are all saints, and saints have to respect each other. I've been talking all the time. So you have to respect the saints, that you are a saint and another one is a saint. I always give the example of Namadeva. Namadeva was a tailor, a great poet and a great saint. And he went to see another one whose name was Gora Kumar, who was a potter. And when he went to see him, Gora Kumar was busy kneading the clay to make the pots. See, just with his feet he was kneading the clay. He looked at him. When he looked at him, he just stood thoughtless. And then the words he said, so beautiful. He said, I have come to see the Nirakara, the Nirguna, the formless, means the vibrations. I came to see the vibrations, but here it is in the form standing. What an appreciation. What an adoration from one saint to another who had never seen another person. That I see the whole of this Nirakara, the Nirguna, is in the form of you. Just think of it. And that is what we have to be. But if we cannot trust other Sahajogis, we cannot love each other, we cannot understand each other, that means we are something lower than others. Some people have a habit of criticizing all the time. This is not all right. They don't see that there's something wrong with them within themselves, that they are criticizing others. So there's no chance for criticizing in Sahaja Yoga. First thing is that you should see yourself what you are and where you stand, and how you are going to help yourself first of all. Then you can help others. But there is no need at all to put a critical eye on others, because then you become good for nothing. You learn all the bad things, you see all the bad things in other people, and what do you develop is a non-collective personality, which is such a headache to us, and ultimately you have to go out of surgery. As I said, there are two forces that are working in surgery. The first one is the one by which you are attracted. It's called as the centrifugal. It's called as the centripetal force, centripetal force by which you are attracted. And the another force is called as the centrifugal force. Supposing you have a stone attached to a string, you move it with a speed, you see. So you can keep it moving like that. But as soon as you release it a little bit, it can go at a tangent. In the same way, there are two forces by which when we are attracted towards Sahaja Yoga, we keep one with it. We become part and parcel of the whole. Another one is by which we go out. Now I find that going out has become a very strong force, and I get quite worried about it. Not only that you go out, but you go out with very great problems. And this is what I've seen in Australia very much working out. First of all, if anybody says against me or Sahaja Yoga, just close your eyes. Just say we don't want to hear anything against it because we have been benefited by it. We've got all the profits out of it, and now you don't tell us anything. We don't want to hear it. Just close your eyes and cover your ears and say we don't want to hear it. But we had 3 cases now where people are suffering from cancer or this or that who listen to this. The man who says may not get it. He may not. But the one, because he's already out, but the one who is a Sahaja Yogi, if he listens to these things, is very dangerous and should not listen to anyone like that who talks ill about me or about Sahaja. This is one point we should understand. And then those who find faults with other Sahaja Yogis are also in trouble. You shouldn't find faults with other Sahaja Yogis. If you think there's something wrong with any Sahaja Yogi, you can go and tell the leader. If you find anything wrong with the leader, you are welcome to write to me immediately. You must write to me. It's an important thing because my relationship with you is direct. Leaders are just a myth in a way because I just telephone to them and tell them because I can't telephone to all of you. That's all. But it's a myth. So anything that you want to do, you must try to inform me directly. If they are very much hard on you, if they are arrogant, if they are abusive, if they are taking out money, anything you find that is not correct, you please let me know. And immediately from your letter I will know what is the situation is like. And I will let you know what is wrong, whether it's you are wrong or the leader is wrong. But if you just don't inform me, then I'll have to find out myself. And by the time I find out, I find lots of harm is done. So best thing is that you should let me know, because now today I am here. I cannot keep attention on Colombia where I have been. I cannot keep attention on America. But when I go there, my attention is there. But if somebody has any problem, they should write to me. Like this I have seen, we have got lots of problems, and many Sahaja Yogis have left Sahaja Yoga because they never informed me. I can't understand even now. Why did they not write to me? Why did they not telephone to me? But for small things they will write. Somebody's wife is sick, or somebody's father-in-law is in the hospital, or all nonsensical things. Like that they will write. But they will never tell me that there's something wrong with the leader till I discover it, till the whole Sahaja Yoga is destroyed in that particular city. So it's my humble request that all of you should know that I'm your mother directly. I have nothing to do with the leaders as far as you people are concerned. Any leader who is harsh on you, is troublesome to you, disciplines you too much, or tries to put his ideas all the time on your heads, or anything like that, which you think is curbing your freedom of growth, you must write to me and you must grow. This is no excuse to say that the leader was like this, so we saw that, or we went away. Why did you go away? What was the need? And this I find very common, especially in Australians and New Zealanders.
Vamos a llevar la atención a nuestro Sahasrara por unos minutos. Vamos a llevar todos juntos nuestra energía Kundalini, llevarnos los 7 bandas de protección. Muchas gracias a todos, que tengan un lindo día. Gracias Miguel, gracias Isabel. Si tienen alguna pregunta, algún comentario para hacer, aquí estamos. Si no, les deseo que tengan un día fantástico. Gracias. Bueno, chao a todos, que estén todos muy bien. Nos esperamos en los próximos días de meditación. Se reciben siempre los links para seguir estas meditaciones. Nuevamente, gracias a todos, gracias Miguel y gracias Isabel.
Gracias a ti, Claudio. Muy lindo todo.
Sí, gracias, Claudio. Feliz fin de semana. Feliz fin de semana a todos.
Buen fin de. Chao, chao.
Chao.